past albums, I've shown a part of myself to the world that's very soft and poised and like acceptable, right? And I think with this album, I'm just dipping more into emotions that are like, you know, rage, anger, lust, you know, kind of more, maybe a little more grown up.
Don't you notice how I get quiet when there's no one else around? Me and you and awkward silence. Don't you dare look at me.
So I saw that you posted a TikTok yesterday talking about like how bossa-nova inspired you. In all your music, and I think Brazil has a very special connection with your music because of that. Because, you know, I think it's such an integral part of Brazil's cultural identity, and you brought that to audiences, new audiences all around the world, which is so cool. I wanted to ask you: is there a moment for you that you felt like you really resonated to the genre and you really wanted to explore it?
I don't know if it was exactly one moment. I think I grew up listening to a lot of Brazilian music. My father loves Brazilian music and jazz music as well. And I grew up listening to like a lot of Carmen Miranda as well. Because I was like, when I was a kid, I like loved to dance along. But I think as I grew older and I was studying music, and I was studying like all the different world musics, because I went to like a contemporary music school where you study everything. And I just remember when we got to like the bossa-nova part, I was just so taken by everything. Like the way that strings lie on top of bossa-nova, I think is really compelling. Like there's a lot of tension and release, which I am always really drawn to because I grew up playing cello. And then I love the rhythm. It's like such an addicting sound. But then most importantly, I think the singing style I just really love. It feels so approachable and so intimate, and it kind of, I grew up with so much like big dramatic music around me, like I grew up playing cello, so it was a lot of like long vibrato lines and, kind of a lot of drama to express beauty. And I think with bossa nova, it didn't need all of that drama to express the beauty. The beauty was there, and in a very minimalistic, beautiful way. So I think that's what drew me to it first. It kind of changed my style of singing, where I was like, I don't need to be doing all of that to convey a story. So yeah.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Looking to your prior work, Bewitched, where do you think A Matter of Time differs from it, lyrically, sonically, artistically, aesthetically,
Oh my God. I mean, so in many ways, I mean, I haven't gone and changed up everything at all. Like I have a very strong guiding light that is bringing classical sounds, like whether it's jazz music or classical music or even bossa nova, to new audiences. Like my music isn't always exactly that, but I want it to be a gateway. So that's always like at the crux. But I think for me, it's just even more honest. I think in my past albums, I've shown a part of myself to the world that's very soft and poised and like acceptable, right? And I think with this album, I'm just dipping more into emotions that are like, rage, anger, lust, kind of more, maybe a little more grown up, feelings that maybe I didn't want to show before. But it's a love album because it's about how when you fall in love, I mean, my past albums are literally like, I'm never gonna fall in love, like nobody loves me. And this is like, I've experienced love and all the deep kind of emotions that come with it. And so you have the love songs, and then you have like songs about like anxiety and all the questions that come with first love, and how you find out that you can't hide anything from someone you love, whether it's a friend or a lover. It's like every single part of you will come out, no matter how much you try hiding it. So I've kind of been saying it's a matter of time until you find out I'm crazy.
No, that's so interesting. And I wonder if your approach to writing music changed at all after Bewitched, because I think it was such a huge hit, a Grammy, 60 million listeners on Spotify. That's, amazing. Do you think that your approach to making music changed after this huge success?
Not really. Like I think if anything, I tried. Like I wrote all the songs on this album. Like I didn't. There's one song that's a co-write, but I still wrote all the lyrics. But other than that, they were all songs that I wrote on my own and then brought to a producer, brought to Spencer, who's my producer and has been for the last 2 albums. So I think if anything, I was like, I need to go deep into myself. Like I don't want to just go write with all the, the biggest writers in the world and change up my sound. I think it was, I worked with Spencer on this album too, wanted to kind of keep that integrity, but definitely push both of our kind of abilities to their breaking point to kind of see what we could do. But I really am such a believer in artists evolving and growing. Like I don't want to repeat Bewitched because that exists in such a perfect way and is like an image of that time. So now this is an image of this time.
Yeah, I love that so much. And I follow your book club, which is awesome. And I know that you love The Secret History by Donna Tartt and everything. Has a book ever inspired you to write? Like a book that you were reading and you kind of got moved?
Yeah, I mean, I don't think it's necessarily like story-wise. I've been inspired like following a story exactly, but definitely like lots of words and language and like style of writing. Like I read this book called The Summer Book by Tove Jansson, and she made the Moomins. She like illustrated them, and all of her writing was so lyrical. It was like very poetic and rhythmic, and so I was really taken by that, like the descriptions of an island in Finland in the summer. And so I kind of like, because I grew up in Iceland, kind of like related to some of the the nature descriptions, and definitely was very taken by that.
I love that. I'm going to take that recommendation for the book.
It's really good. It's really sweet. Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Of course.
Don't you notice how I get quiet when there's no one